Good day, everyone, and welcome to FXDD live trading webinar. Today is June 25, and before we start, have in mind that Forex trading carries a high level of risk that is not suitable for all investors. Please educate yourselves on the risks associated with Forex market before you start trading live. Everything you see and hear from me is my personal opinion only. Use these web addresses to sign up for more live educational and trading videos. So now we can start with trading. So let's see what we have on table. As explained, euro dollar is bullish, and currently we can see that this support is still holding. My positions are 1396, 1395, and 1380. That is basically within the risk limits. And currently, I'm running three separate trading positions on the euro dollar. You can see how the price is behaving, and the price is actually supported above 4-hour support here. This is 4-hour historical support, and the main support confluence is definitely 1346 or 50. And if the price manages to close above 4-hour support 1411, the chance is that it will go towards 1447. That is basically the topmost projection for the euro dollar. Okay, so this is it. Another trade is the Australian dollar CAD, and the Australian dollar CAD is rejecting. Basically, the price is in a confluence with head and shoulders pattern. This is head and shoulders here, and you can see left shoulder had the right shoulder, and the price is currently rejecting from the top of the right shoulder. So this is basically how the price is going: left head, right shoulder. So the Australian dollar CAD is still bearish, but for continuation of this trade, we should see it closing, okay, below this trend line. And if the price closes below this confluence 91.64, then 91.59, and definitely here is 91.44. Only below this level, there should be a free fall towards 91.03. But it needs really to go below this trend line, below the level. It's still ranging, the Australian dollar CAD. So there is nothing to be said like that something is actually happening. It's just ranging in between these left shoulder, the right shoulder, and resistance that is 4-hour resistance and daily H3. So that is what is currently running on the GBP yen. Australian dollar. The GBP yen should have been basically a bit bullish, but you can see that recent Brexit developments actually again pulled down the GBP yen, and this trade is definitely well a loss. So GBP yen in my trading day hit stop loss because recent developments, Brexit developments, definitely kill bullishness for this pair. So basically, it's pretty much very clear that the pair is still struggling to go up and down. Also, the GBP dollar is the same for the GBP dollar. There is nothing that is actually supportive now at this point until obviously Brexit impulse slows down. Everything is now about Brexit. Actually, GBP dollar still has the chance to reject from lower levels, but only if the price gets here. We might get a better price for buying. Now, currently, there is nothing happening here. Okay, so I'm monitoring your questions. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. Okay, so basically, this is trade that is currently, these are trades that I'm currently running on FXDD live account. Okay, it's pretty much clear. Okay, uh, now what do we have else for today besides euro dollar? That is clearly bullish. I think that the Australian dollar CAD and the Australian dollar Swissy are also bearish. New Zealand dollar is definitely, yeah, now you will see bullish, but in order to proceed further down, it needs actually to go below the level. And breakout might happen here, but there is still not much room to support. So I personally am going to skip this potential breakout trade because the ATR projection is only 10 pips away. So I will definitely skip it. I'm not trading this. There is no room to next resistance. The Australian dollar yen, again, bearish. There was no a big pullback. So basically now this is just dropping without any big retracement. It signifies that the trend on dollar yen is really bearish, and there is nothing to be seen here. For me, definitely euro dollar, Australian dollar. Euro dollar is the best. Australian dollar CAD is good. Australian dollar Swissy also good, and dollar yen only if the price gets within the limits of the pullback. XAU USD or gold is again pretty much bullish, but the price should pull back in order to give us a potential bullish trading opportunity. I would look for potential longs around 14.11 if the price drops, or here even lower 14.05. But this is even better because this is order block. Order blocks are usually strong, and here we might see it happening. Okay, so here is the XAU USD. GBP dollar, nothing very specific on the GBP dollar, except that GBP dollar is dropping due to, again, Brexit developments. Everything that Boris Johnson now is saying is actually taken into account. So after a nice spike to the upside, now you see the GBP dollar is just constantly run through Brexit development. So this is a big headline risk for the GBP dollar. Obviously, big headline risk. The New Zealand dollar yen is again a bullish, but we might see a retracement to the downside. Although New Zealand is strong, so it could go up, and there is nothing to be traded here. CAD yen is one of the pairs that is bit rangy. If you actually just squeeze the chart, you will see that there is some range going on between these two daily resistance and daily support. So it's not interesting to trade. The Australian dollar yen also very inconsistent now. Basically, it follows equities, so there is nothing to be traded here. A big range on the Australian dollar yen. You can see this is the range here. Up, down, up, down, up, down. Price is doing nothing, really. Euro, Australian dollar, same thing here. Nothing specific. Now, just watch the difference between the Euro Australian dollar and the Euro dollar, which is much better. Okay. And you see euro dollar, it's still going up, and I guess it could actually break. If it breaks this level, then we are good to go towards 14.18, and potentially bulls are watching 14.47, 14.50. This is important level for bulls, definitely. Okay, next one is okay. GBP crosses, I will skip them completely because they're completely headline governed now at this point. Euro yen, see, euro yen. Nothing very specific here except that it started an uptrend move. So euro yen could now go up. Obviously, euro yen is supported. Let me just check if there is anything here on the euro yen. Yeah, There is no clear signal, but euro yen is bullish. This was counter trend trading opportunity here. The Australian dollar, New Zealand. I'm watching it now. Okay. Nothing specific. Price needs a pullback towards this zone. Nothing specific here. And the dollar CAD. Then we will move on to equities. Yeah, bearish as presumed, but it's at support. This is 4-hour support, daily support, strong. It could actually start an up move if the price makes a bullish U-turn here. Bitcoin is bullish. I already explained it, but as you can see, it needs a pullback at least towards this zone or this zone, and then it could actually start an up move. It's definitely bullish. Now, DAX index, German 30 DAX, you can see it's trying to go up, very bullish here, and looks pretty much bullish. But equities like DAX are probably waiting for the US market for actually Mr. Powell's speech today, Fed chairman. So I guess only then they will start to move, or maybe in 45 minutes when consumer data actually kicks in, CB confidence, consumer board confidence, and I guess it could also move equities. So it's now in waiting mode. Okay. Nothing very specific here. Also, let's see the Nikkei. Yeah, similar to DAX, to other equities correlation. There was a spike here, but now it turned bearish. So I guess if it gets there, it could again drop. Now this is retracement because of these supports for our daily and daily L3. So I guess if it goes here, traders could look for shorting opportunities. And CAD yen is also struggling to make any move. I don't see anything specific. Now regarding euro dollar and generally euro dollar bullishness, it needs to close above this level. It needs to close above this, and only a strong momentum push could instantly lead towards 1447, 4050. Maybe for this move, we would need to wait for another hour or eventually Mr. Powell speak later. But at this point, this looks like potential strong up move only if 1418 breaks. So let's see if this will actually break. I guess it's still early to say, but my opinion, it will break only if the strong momentum is actually kicks in and short traders start to close their trades. But it's bullish. You can see it from the chart. It's very bullish. I don't see anything that can actually jeopardize euro dollar unless it goes below 1340 and closes with a daily close below 1340. Until it happens, everything is bullish. The Australian dollar CAD is, as I say, still bearish. This is head and shoulders, but it needs to break this one. And only below 91.44, it could go down. I personally will be monitoring the Australian dollar CAD. If it goes here, I might scale out, put the rest to break even, and ride towards 91.03 with the rest of the positions. And of course, the euro dollar, I will be monitoring this level specifically. If it really goes up above this level, then I will let it go towards 1447. Stop loss should be placed around 1360 Eventually, if you are not risking much, of course, if you're at full risk, then 1360, eventually below 1342. But at this point, for me, for intraday setup, 1360 is a nice place to put a stop loss. Okay. Uh, and yeah, a few traders send me an email to actually try to analyze other markets such as Ethereum and Litecoin. I will do it. Although I am not trading that, I don't trade it. Ethereum, I can, of course, analyze. Similar to all cryptocurrencies, it seems that they're in correlation. So the Ethereum, as you can see here, is bullish. But in order to proceed further up, it needs to break this high here. Okay, it's 313.28. And new buyers could kick in here, 306.18. So here they could kick in. And Litecoin, as you can see, this is a bit rangy. It is bullish, but it lacks momentum. It's pretty much not very, very good to trade because it's bullish, but it's ranging. You see? Ranging. Nothing specifically. If you want to trade cryptos, for me, the best bet is the Bitcoin and, of course, the Ethereum after the Bitcoin. But definitely, I'm sticking to Forex as of now. Euro dollar is, you see, it's trying to break up. We will see what will happen. But I think that volatility will kick in 42 minutes when CB confidence is actually released. So we might see a spike to the upside on results. And if we see that 1480 is broken, 1447 is the next target. If you have any questions regarding these pairs or markets, feel free to ask. It's slow market because market is waiting for the data. But then again, whenever market makes a move, be ready to protect your profits after 20, 30 pips. Just do it as you do, or how I do it. I actually close the half of my trade, and I usually put the rest to break even. Or if I see big momentum, just I leave the price and protect 30, 40 pips depending on the movement. Just move my stop loss in profits. So if everything is clear, these were live trading ideas. Don't forget to sign up for more live educational and training videos on these web addresses. Okay, I will actually show you right away. So this is, I will copy it so you can actually access it here. I will copy it here. Sign up for live educational and trading videos. Here also daily analysis. Don't forget to watch daily analysis. It's uploaded on FXDD YouTube channel. So this is all for now. I wish you a great trading day, and I hope to see you soon. Just quick question: the Australian dollar Swissy is currently bearish, and this is it. I'm also having a trade here. Very, very bearish price action from this spot, and this is an order block, ATR projection high, and of course this is topmost 4-hour Bollinger Band. So if the price proceeds down, the first target is 67.70 and the final projection is 67.53. So bearish price action here with a nice Marubozu close inside. Similar to the Australian dollar CAD, this pair is also slow, a little bit faster, maybe the Australian dollar CAD, but we will see. I guess that afternoon will give us answers to potential movements here on the Australian dollar, Swissy CAD, and Euro dollar, but I'm not expecting any big movements before 40 minutes, in 40 minutes probably. and then 7 o'clock GMT plus 2, it's 5 p.m. GMT. We will see Mr. Powell speaking, so we will see where it will lead. So thank you for listening. I wish you a great trading day. Talk to you soon. Cheers.